Hey guys, what is going on? This is James, and in today's training, we're going to be talking about Facebook ads. Now, really with Facebook ads, this is one of those things that I see people really struggling with, and they really overcomplicate it. And so I kind of want to help you guys out and clear this up. And really my goal for this video is to give you guys an easy to follow path to be able to launch your ads for your Shopify store and everything. Facebook ads doesn't have to be complicated. A lot of people overcomplicate this, like I said. In fact, I think it's easier now than it's ever been. Back 3 or 4 years ago, everyone was really focusing on narrow audiences and doing stuff like custom t-shirts and custom mugs, where it would have like names on it, or it would have like birthdays or like signs on it, and so people would have to target really specific, like people with the name Brian that live in like New Mexico, and I don't know, like that likes dogs, you know what I mean? So it would just get really granular and really narrow, and you wouldn't have that big of an audience. Nowadays, though, with dropshipping products, I tend to focus on really large audiences. I'm talking at least 1 million people plus, and that really goes against what a lot of people have taught in the past. And I used to group similar interests into one ad set, and it would look similar to like this. Oops, I'll go back. It would look something similar to like this. You guys can see that I only had like 240,000 people that I could potentially reach in this, and this was just a bunch of similar interest grouped together, and I only was able to reach like 240,000 people. Now, again, if the people are buying, that's not that bad. But really, the way Facebook is working lately is they really want more broad data, if that makes sense. I'm going to show you guys some examples and everything. But you guys can see I grouped together a whole bunch of interests into one ad set. And so that's kind of how I used to do things. Now my ads look more like this. You guys can see that I have a potential reach of 17 million people, and I'm targeting Adidas because this was a shoe product. I'm going to actually show you guys the exact product that I was targeting with this. But you guys can see like it's super broad, like nothing crazy. The age is pretty much wide open as long as they speak English. And I think I was targeting on Instagram here, but as long as they speak English and are interested in Adidas, I wanted to reach these people. I was targeting really wide open almost. And the results were pretty much $200 a day on the first day without me even trying. So guys, that's pretty much that was it for that campaign. And I'm gonna again show you guys more in depth on that, but that's really all it took. You know what I mean? That's really all it took. And I had about 10 to 15 ad sets that were similar to that running. And I was able to get up to $200 a day, $300, $400 a day really quickly because I was just targeting broad, and I had enough room to be able to scale up in those particular ad sets. So this particular campaign was done almost 100% on Instagram too. Just kind of a side note that it's not just about Facebook ads, guys. It's about Instagram ads too, especially right now. Instagram is really hot, and I wasn't getting good results on Facebook, so I went ahead and I just advertised on Instagram. And it's literally within the same ads manager. You can make Instagram ads and everything on the same ads manager. But yeah, that's pretty much it. So don't underestimate Instagram as a placement. Definitely test that out for your own ads. So now, why is this working right now? Why is this kind of going against the grain of what a lot of people have taught? You might be used to people telling you to get very narrow with your audiences. And again, that's what I used to do, and that's what I used to teach. If you kind of look at my YouTube from videos like a long time ago, that's kind of what I used to teach. And that's still, like, don't get me wrong, that works. But I just see this as the way of the future, I guess you could say. So I learned similar methods from a few different people, and I decided to try what I'm about to teach you guys for myself. The reason why targeting broad really works well today is because they've gotten smarter, right? They have a lot of data on people. And this campaign was on a brand new pixel. I just wanted to mention that too. But Facebook is really smart nowadays. Facebook understands that when you select the purchase objective with the website conversion ad, that means you want customers to buy from that ad, right? There's no question about your kind of goal with advertising on Facebook. You obviously want people to buy from that ad, right? If you're selecting purchase, you want people to buy. I see so many people going to view content, then add to cart, and then purchase finally. And really, the reason why I don't like doing that stuff is because you're not being clear with what Facebook wants. I don't want people to just add to cart and leave. I don't want people to just go to the landing page and then leave. I want people to buy. And the only way you can get that is through, purchase, and whenever that purchase pixel fires off. So that's why I always start with purchase, even if I'm on a new pixel. I've had more success telling Facebook off the bat that I want purchases, kind of what I was just saying. Facebook then goes into that audience and they find people who are likely to purchase when you're selecting the purchase objective. So why aren't you having success with any other objective, whether it's view content, add to cart, PPE, website clicks, whatever? Why aren't you having success with that? There's a lot of people that'll tell you, oh, do that, but if you've tried that and you haven't had success, what's the issue? It's because Facebook is just giving you what you want. It's not Facebook's fault. It's your fault for not being clear about what you want. You ask for view content, Facebook gives you people who will view the content. You ask Facebook for PPE, Facebook will give you people who will interact with your post but probably won't buy. And hopefully you guys are kind of understanding this. You need to be very clear with what you ask from Facebook, okay? So, again, you need to be very clear with your intentions on the result you want from that campaign. And they're going to deliver you those results if you're clear with them. That's why we can target so broad, because Facebook knows we want buyers. We want people to buy our stuff. Now, this doesn't guarantee sales, but this is literally like the closest thing that you can do to be able to kind of guarantee that you have success with this. So let's hop over to my ads account, and I'll actually show you this stuff more in depth. I'll show you some live ads that I had going, and I'll show you guys kind of the product that I was selling and everything and the kind of angle. So let's hop over and do that. Okay, guys, so you can see that we are over in the ads manager right now, and basically these ones are ads that were live. The rest I kind of turned off because I wasn't getting the results I needed. But you guys can see that Facebook actually didn't track a lot of these. Facebook just goofs up sometimes, and they don't really track on all these. And plus, Facebook doesn't track purchases when people come back or when people buy off of a share. So this is more like $2,600 in sales here, the website conversion purchase value. And you guys can see we spent about $1,300 on ads here. Kind of want to show you guys how I actually made these ads, because what I did was I went ahead and I got a little bit more narrow here. You guys can see that I'm kind of narrowed in. I'm targeting ages 45 to 54, but I didn't start out like that. This is a good example of one that should be pretty wide open. So let's just check that out. And you guys can see here that I was targeting worldwide. I was actually targeting worldwide. I don't know if I was targeting specific like buying countries like France, Australia, the UK, Canada, and New Zealand. So I was targeting those. I wasn't targeting America or anything, and I was actually getting good results from this ad set. Again, guys, another thing is I usually test in America, but if you're getting results, then go ahead and start including countries like New Zealand, Canada, Australia, the UK, stuff like that, because they're very comfortable with buying online too. But you guys can see I was literally targeting ages as broad as I could, pretty much 22 to 54. Really, that was kind of the people who were going to be interested in what I was doing, and I targeted people that were interested in Supreme here. So Supreme's kind of like a fashion, brand. Like if you guys don't know what that is, but really, I'm going to show you guys the ad here right now because it's going to make more sense why I targeted Supreme once you guys see the ad here. So you guys can see this is the product that I was selling. It's right here. It was basically this bag almost that goes over your feet, and it basically protects your shoes from dirt, dust, water, mud and stuff. And I thought, hey, I could sell this to people who are into fashion, who are into shoes and everything. And again, since we're able to target so broadly, I was targeting Supreme, which isn't directly like a shoe-related interest. It's just kind of a fashion and kind of streetwear-related interest. But I was able to target that because Facebook is going to go in and see the people who go ahead and buy. So this is pretty much the exact ad that I was running on here, guys. Nothing crazy. And here was the ad copy. Dirty shoes are a thing of the past. And then I literally just put a link to the store, and there you go. Boom. People were buying like crazy. It was a pretty decent campaign. So let's go back to the targeting real quick. So I just want to go over that one more time with you guys. So you guys can see again, Supreme, just targeting literally a streetwear brand. I think I had this budget up around $100 a day, but I lowered it down to $25 because I wasn't profitable at $100. It kind of slowed down a little bit. Overall, this wasn't like a super crazy winner, but I did make some money off of this, and it was a really good example of something because I was testing this new method out. So anyways, I was testing, or I was using 1-day click. A lot of people will say, oh, 7 days click or 1-day click or 1-day click review. I always do just 1-day click. I've gotten the best results with that. It doesn't really matter at the end of the day. It doesn't matter as much as you think. And again, guys, all these started out as $5 a day ads. I don't know if I still have them. These were a bunch of ads that didn't really work out for me. You guys can see Foot Locker. And a lot of the Facebook ads weren't working for me. Like I said, in this campaign, I used a lot of Instagram ads. But, just Facebook, for whatever reason, I wasn't getting the audiences that I needed to on Facebook. So Instagram was actually working really well. So that's pretty much it for just kind of showing you exactly what I was doing. And it'll kind of make more sense once we hop back into the training. So let's go ahead and hop back into the training right now. So guys, now that you've kind of seen like what I'm doing and seen like kind of the whole overview of how to advertise like this, what's the plan? Like, you might be saying, well, that's cool, but I really don't know how to do this. Like, I'm lost. And that's okay. I'm about to lay this out for you guys so that you can actually do this for yourself and have like an actionable plan to start. So in order to test at least one product per day, you need to be launching 10 to 15 ad sets to test that product. So 10 to 15 ad sets per product to test, just in the testing phase. So what we need to do is have one campaign per product, which is normal if you've been doing Facebook ads for a while with Shopify. You kind of understand that. And you want to have 10 to 15 ad sets and one actual ad, whether it's a video or a photo ad. And in these ad sets, we will actually have just one broad interest per ad set. So for each ad set, we're going to have one super broad interest, 1 million plus people. You guys can see in that Supreme ad set, I was targeting literally like 3 million people. And these are going to be things that are related to your niche. So in my case, with that shoe bag, with that shoe protector, I was more targeting, like, my ideal customer is probably going to be somebody who's into like sneakers, who's like a sneaker collector or into shoes, right? So what I did was I targeted things like Adidas. I targeted things like Nike, Air Jordan, an interest called Sneaker Freaker, shoe collectors, and stuff like that, because they're going to be the people who are most likely to buy that stuff. But you guys can kind of see, if you go back, you can see that I actually was targeting people who are into like music festivals and stuff, because that was actually really good. If you're at like an outdoor music festival and like, obviously the ground is all messed up because there's thousands of people that are stepping on it and there's a whole bunch of mud and dust and dirt and everything. And if you wear shoes there, you're going to get dirty shoes and your feet are going to get all wet and it's just going to be bad. So that's kind of why I was able to target people who were not really necessarily related to my niche. So don't be afraid to test things that aren't necessarily exactly correlated with your niche. Like I said, I was targeting people who like EDM and music festivals, but really you don't want to spend too much time on these in the testing phase, because you're going to obviously be spending money and the people probably aren't going to buy, but you want to be able to test that just to know, just to be 100% sure. So again, I always tell people to limit these types of interests. So for your ad, like I've given you the ad set kind of outline. Now for your ad, you really want to create a video or use a photo ad. It really depends on your product. Now I'm going to kind of clear this up for you guys. This is something that a lot of people argue about. They're like, oh, photo ads aren't good anymore. This blah blah blah. Only video ads. And really, it depends on your product. For my product, I showed you the video ad earlier. I think it was something that needed more explaining than just a photo ad, because if I put up a photo ad of somebody, wearing bags on their feet, they're not going to understand that really. But with the video, I had, 30 seconds to a minute to kind of explain what my product and what I was actually selling. So for that particular instance, I wanted to use a video ad instead of a regular photo ad. Again, you can test both eventually, but for the beginning, really, if I had to recommend one, I would recommend a video, because I'd rather explain the product really well than have people kind of confused at what the product is with a photo ad or something. So it really depends. If you have a simple product, I know somebody who was selling a lunchbox, and they had a video ad, or a photo ad, and they literally killed it. And this was, a few months ago. So really, it's all about the product in the first place. So to be able to create video ads, you can use a software like Animoto. I put a link for it down in the description. And you can kind of clip together different videos from YouTube. Now, this is something that you want to ask people's permission to use the videos first. I'm not sure about copyright laws or anything, but you kind of got to do that at your own risk. You don't just want to go blatantly copy things, and Facebook will knock you off for just copying people's videos. So you really want to, kind of creatively stitch them together and, clip them together. and you should be good. That's kind of what I've done, so that you can do that too. And then once you create your video ad and you kind of stitch it together and everything, by the way, if I have other videos on the channel of me creating video ads, so if you want to use that and kind of see exactly more like in depth how to do that, you can go ahead and check out those videos. I'll probably link to it here. But what you really want to do then is you want to set the budget at $5 a day and let it run for at least 2 days or 48 hours. Now, here's the thing. I kind of want to talk about when to turn off the ad and why it's going to be 48 hours and why I do that. If there isn't a sale on $10 to $15 spent, which is going to be 2 to 3 days, like I said, you want to let it run for at least 2 days. After that, you can kind of make a decision. $10 to $15 spent per ad set, not total in the campaign, but per ad set. If you're running, at $5 a day, you'll hit that within 2 days. If you don't get a sale within $10 to $15 spent on the ad set, you probably don't have a winning product. And guys, this really depends on your margin. See, really my hard rule for like my testing budget is I like to test up until my product, the margin of my product has been spent, right? So if I'm selling a $60 product and my margin's $30, then I'm willing to spend up to $30 to test that and see if I can make that work. Okay, so it really depends on your budget. Really, but for the most part, kind of a rule that I've found is if it doesn't have any sales after $10 to $15, usually I get a sale within the first day or two. So if it doesn't get a sale within $10 to $15, you probably don't have a winning product, and you can probably kill that ad set and then move on, or kill the campaign and move on. Now, since you're testing like 10 to 15 different interests, some ad sets aren't going to get sales and some ad sets might get sales. And you want to keep the ad sets that are getting sales running, and you want to kill the ones that aren't getting sales. And guys, that's pretty much it. That's a lot of information. Facebook ads is kind of tricky to teach because everybody does it differently and everybody's heard different things. But the important thing is to kind of stick with just one thing. Again, most people super overcomplicate ads. They really just overcomplicate everything. But with that being said, guys, I really hope you like the training, and I just want to ask you a question if you want more training like this. And if you do, I really recommend you join Ecom Machines University. Now, Ecom Machines University is a membership group that I created, and there's dozens of hours worth of training teaching Shopify from A to Z, from beginner to literally veteran, from beginning to find your first products to being able to go ahead and scale up campaigns. All of our coaches have done at least 6 figures in sales on Shopify, so people who know what they're doing are actually teaching this stuff. It's not just like a bunch of people who are like, hey, let's start a course. And we actually coach you live in the group, and 2 to 4 times a month on a live call. And I actually do personal coaching right now, but that's going to be something that's super limited. I want to get a ton of people on here, and then once it kind of blows up, I'm not going to be able to have enough time to be one-on-one with everybody. But guys, we are going to coach you live in the group. So guys, with that being said, there is going to be a link down in the description or on the screen somewhere here to go ahead and get a 7-day free trial of Ecom Machines University. You can get in for 7 days, and if we don't know what we're talking about, if you don't like the sound of my voice, if you don't like what we're teaching, then you can go ahead and you can cancel, no problem. No worries, not going to ask any questions. And again, it is free for 7 days, so you really have nothing to lose. So guys, keep an eye out for more free training from us. I upload to YouTube regularly, and if you're on the email list, then go ahead and look out for more emails coming your way. I like to do at least 2 to 3 training videos like this a week to really keep you guys updated on what's going on in e-commerce. With that being said, guys, if you like this video, go ahead and subscribe. Go ahead and leave a like, leave a comment, and just let me know. Ask questions in the comments. I interact with everybody in the comments. And yeah, guys, so go ahead and subscribe and everything, and keep an eye out for more training, and I will see you guys in the next video.